Well, good morning, folks. Here's a little update from my garage here. Now, you probably won't remember, but several years ago, it's going to be a number of years ago now, one of our visits to the cottage with you folks in the summer. Long story short, I'm going to restore it. I'm actually going to put it back to working condition. I've started to disassemble it here. And it's come apart quite easily. I mean, I put some penetrating oil and stuff, to get some of these nasty things off. But everything's come apart pretty good so far. And you go online, you can find these used, vintage ones. This is called a kitchen pump or a farm kitchen pump. It's a shallow water pump. And yeah, it's come apart pretty good. And it looks like I found the parts online to fix it. This is really cool. This is the main body of the unit. So it's the pump cylinder, as they call it. But guess what? It's made out of brass. How cool is that? So it has like a really nice smooth bore. It'll hold a nice tight fit. It'll never corrode, right? So that was very clever design. The rest of it's all cast iron. The plunger here, this is leather. So I gotta get this face off here and get this leather ring out. And there's a check valve in there too that flops around. Anyway, so I've got to get that apart and get that leather out. And there's another check valve that goes here, and this weight screws onto that check valve. And that check valve, it's a flapper. It goes in here, and it's made out of leather as well. So I've got to get those pieces. It's had one repair on it. So I'm going to restore it all, put it back to working order. I've actually got an application for it. And yeah, so stay tuned. So not only going to just make a sculpture, I'm going to put it back into working condition. I was going to sandblast it. I'm not going to do that now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brass wire wheel on it, and that'll buff it all up really, really nice, good for painting. And then we'll polish this guy, buff him up with a proper buffer and polish him all up as well. Anyways, there we go. The James Smart farm pump from Brockville, Ontario. Stay tuned.